Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building with another banger, man. So, as y'all can see by the looks of the title and the screen, today I'm bringing y'all the best all around straight center build. And what I mean by that is this is literally a straight big man, gonna be considered like Shaq, Hakeem, all of the goats that you're going to be remembering. So before we get any further, man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Go ahead and turn on post notifications if you want to join the Rich Gang family. Hit that like button and do not forget to leave a comment. Go ahead and comment down RGF right now, and I got y'all most definitely with a response. But before we get any further, man, I just got to go ahead and say thank you to the man upstairs. Thank God. Thank y'all for your support as well. And now, let's go ahead and get into the making of this build. Not to even mention, we're going to be able to get over 100 badges on this build, pretty much around 102. You're going to be getting an extra 8 badges, 4 from the rebirth or the college championship, and another +4 from each season you have completed, getting 1 extra badge point for whatever area you choose, y'all. And y'all most definitely know that I had to bring y'all back to the next gen, or I'm gonna go ahead and say current gen and now consider last gen. Y'all know what I mean by that, but look at the height. We're going to go with 7'3". Weight going to be 230, and when it comes down to the wingspan, this is going to be maxed out at 8'1". And the reason why I went with 230 is because I want to be able to be the max height and still have some speed on this build. But I'm telling you, the build is definitely going to surprise you with what it can do. Body shape, go with build. In my opinion, it's going to be the very best one for this specific build. Now, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of what this build is going to be looking like. I'm telling you, very solid on the inside, and you're going to see that because first, we're going to go ahead and mess with the close shot. We're going to go ahead and bring this up to a 97, and pretty much that gives us everything that we're going to need out of the inside. Driving layup for badge purposes, go with a 69. Then, driving dunk, I'm going to go with the 71. Now, when it comes down to the standing dunk, I'm going to go ahead and put this to a 99. As for the post control, doing the same exact thing, and we're going to be able to get 35 finishing badges. Now, look at the Hall of Fame badges we're going to be able to get. Pro Touch, also going to be able to get Rise Up, Posterizer, of course, and then even Mouse in the House, Post Spin Technician, Unstrippable, Drop Stepper, a lot of really good badges that you're going to be seeing in this area of the build. Now, when it comes down to the shooting, this is a straight inside center, so I'm going to go ahead and max out that mid-range shot, skip over the three-pointer because you are mainly going to be playing inside, and when it comes down to the free throw, I'm going to go with the 65, and remember, this will be in the 70s from bind boost as well as running with teammates that will have floor general. Now, when it comes down to the playmaking side, I'm going to go with an 81 just so we get 14 badges that we're able to spread out as well as get bullet passer on silver. Let's go ahead and move on to the defensive end. Now, for the interior, go with a 96. Perimeter defense, you can go ahead and put it to a 50 or max it out if you want to go ahead and get Gold Hustler. I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to go with the steal of 60. Block, 97. Offensive rebound, 76. And then defensive rebound, a 93 for 34 defensive badges. Now, as for the physicals, we're going to go ahead and max out that speed. Acceleration, same exact thing. And then, when it comes down to the strength, I'm going to go with a 59. Vertical, going to go up to a 68. And finally, when it comes down to the stamina, I made it to where 90 is going to be the perfect amount for this specific build. And as you can see, the badges that we do get when it comes down to the defensive end, very overpowered, especially with Gold Rebound Chaser, pairing it up with Hall of Fame Rim Protector, even get Defensive Leader as well as Pogo Stick on Hall of Fame at a 7'3" height. Now, when it comes down to the playmaking, we still get a good amount of badges here, and also the fact that we're still able to maintain bullet passer on silver is going to be a key thing about this build. Now, as for the shooting, you definitely got to go ahead and spread the wealth here, but remember, this is without even including the extra 8 badges that we're going to be able to unlock. So if you wanted to, you can definitely throw it into the shooting just to get your shooting percentages higher, or if you want to, definitely go ahead and put it into the finishing or even the defensive. But now when it comes down to the takeovers, we get the rim protecting, also going to be able to get the glass cleaning, and then finally we get the offensive post scoring. Now, if I was taking this build more so to the 1v1 core, I would definitely consider the post scoring takeover. However, this is really a straight up wreck build and even 3v3. The first one that I'm going to go with is going to be See the Future Takeover. Very overpowered, and especially when you pair it up with another defensive takeover, I would go with Paint Intimidation, or even you can really go with Stuff Blocks. However, we're going to be able to maintain a 99 block anyway, so I'm going to go with Paint Intimidation. I really feel like this is going to be the best badge that you can go with, and as y'all can see, we have made the best and first ever 100 plus badge, Versatile Paint Beast, and this is literally the best center build that you're going to be seeing all around when it comes down to the height of 7'3". Going to be able to take this build into any game mode. And now let's go ahead and take a quick look at what this build is going to be looking like once you add boost, which is going to be a +4, run with teammates that have Hall of Fame defensive leader, and floor general, which is another +4, so +8 in total. And we decided to go ahead and pick the defensive takeovers of the glass cleaning as well as even the rim protecting, so that means we get a +18 to the defensive end. Y'all already know we're going to be able to get a 99 interior defense, still gonna be a 78, 99 block. Offensive rebound is going to be in the high 90s, and defensive rebound is definitely going to be able to get to the 99 range, y'all. Now, regardless, with boost, when it comes down to the finishing end, you're going to be able to get a 99 close shot, maintain a 99 standing dunk, as well as post control. And then also, if you decided to go with a post scoring takeover, you get a +10 to the finishing, driving, layup, as well as a driving dunk. Now, in my opinion, this is going to be an essential part of the build. You need to add boost because that means your mid-range shot is definitely going to be able to go into the high 80s, as well as the free throw going to be in the high 70s. Now, honestly, for this kind of build, the pass accuracy is definitely there. That is something that you're not going to have to worry about. Honestly, I can say too, the offensive abilities on this build is definitely gonna take it over the top because of the fact that you're 7'3" and you're really gonna be able to do everything that any other center build can do. Now, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of these badges. There are a lot that we're going to be able to work with when it comes down to the finishing side. So I'm going to go with first, Back Down Punisher on Hall of Fame, as well as Bronze Limitless Takeoff. From there, another badge that I'm going to add in, Posterizer on Hall of Fame, as well as possibly, if you want to go with a couple straight post scoring badges, ones that I feel like are going to be essential is going to be first, Post Spin Technician on Hall of Fame. Very overpowered badge. Now, we cannot forget about Hook Specialist. It's only taking 3 badges, which is clutch. Now, I know there are a good amount of badges left over, so one that I feel like is going to be really essential on this build, especially considering the stats, is going to be Rise Up on Hall of Fame. Now, for the next 2, if you want to go with Hall of Fame badges only, you definitely can do that. One that I would consider for myself is going to be Drop Stepper on Hall of Fame, and then the last one would be Pro Touch. Let's go ahead and get into the shooting now. As you can see, if you want to, you can definitely go ahead and throw on Hall of Fame Fade Ace, but then if you go ahead and put on Hot Zone Hunter, you only get a few badges left over. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, take off Fade Ace, go with Gold Sniper, and now we still have 3 more remaining badges. So I'm going to spread the wealth, going with Clutch Shooter, Green Machine, as well as whichever badge you feel like most comfortable with. I'm going to say Volume Shooter is going to be a good one. Now let's go ahead and move on to the playmaking. We actually get 14 badges here, so I'm going to go ahead and start it off with Silver, Bullet Passer, as well as Gold Post Playmaker. Now, for the next 7, this really comes down to what you want to do, but for me, I would definitely have to say Special Delivery on Silver is one that I would consider, as well as Dimer, and then go ahead and throw on Bronze Needle Threader. But if you want to change a few things up, you definitely can do so. Again, just know, however you feel comfortable going about the making of the build, especially when it comes down to the badges, go ahead and follow what you feel like is going to be best for your personal playstyle. Let's go ahead and say this is the final setup. Let's go ahead and leave it onto the defensive now. We got 34 remaining badges, so honestly, this is a very great thing about this build as well. You actually get a lot of solid Hall of Fame badges in this category, so I'm going to go with Intimidator on Hall of Fame, as well as Gold Rebound Chaser, and you cannot forget about these 2 badges paired up being Chase On Artist as well as Rim Protector. Now, Defensive Leader looks good, but honestly, for my style, it takes up too many badge points. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is go about this a couple different ways. You can definitely go ahead and put on Box on Hall of Fame, as well as Pogo Stick, but if you want to spread the wealth a little bit, I would go with Hall of Fame Brick Wall, go ahead and change it up and pair it with Interceptor on bronze. And this really comes down to personal preference as well, so just know if you feel like leaving on Hall of Fame box as well as leaving on Pogo Stick, you definitely can't go about it that way. But just know for these last couple of badges, you really want to utilize what you're going to be able to do on this build, which is why I say even if you go about it with spreading the wealth, that is another solid way to finish off this build. Honestly, even with gold box and then going with one final badge, it really comes down to your own preference, but I would even consider Tireless Defender another solid setup right here. And this is pretty much what it's going to look like. We're going to be able to get 34 defensive badges. Remember, we're also getting a +8, 4 from each season and 4 from the college championship. Then for the playmaking, we get 14, 11 shooting, and then finally, when it comes down to the finishing, we get 35. Again, man, thank you, God, just for giving me this opportunity. Thank y'all for the support as well as the platform that y'all are just been here for since the beginning of time. I just need y'all to know that I love y'all and I appreciate y'all with everything in my heart. I just know that we're going to go ahead and hit 10,000 big supporters of the family this year. So, man, be ready for that. And y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody who wants to join the Rich Gang family, go ahead and turn on post notifications. Hit that like button and be sure to drop down a comment and I got y'all with a response. Go ahead and reach anything in your way and push it out to reach your goal today. I promise you, go ahead and grind it out and you will get where you want to get in life, y'all. I love y'all and I thank y'all, and just know I got one last thing to say. Thank God and Rich out. I love y'all, man.